Hi Yins, how are you doing today? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well. I know I'm filming on Tuesday. You might not be watching this on Tuesday. Happy day, whatever of the week it is. I'm Gerald. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher. And if you are new to my channel, welcome and thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. And I hope you like what you watch. And if you are new and you like what you see, I hope you are willing to hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, like button, and come back for another video again soon. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for coming back and thank you for watching. We've had many new subscribers recently, many new subscribers recently, especially during Flossmas. I was almost ready to say Flossmas at the beginning of this video, and I had to hold back ever so slightly. So, because it's been quite a ride not to have a video every day. But anyways, I'm getting off track. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching my videos regularly. If you are a regular viewer, thank you for leaving all of those wonderful comments that I get to read every day, or I try to read every day. I'm not successful all the time at reading every day, and I get to as many as I can as quickly as I can. Sometimes a few slip by. If I have missed one of your comments and it is vitally important that I read your comment, please, I leave my email at the bottom of every video. If you have an important comment or question for me that is time sensitive, the best way to get a hold of me is to email me. I do respond quickly. The best and the quickest way to get a hold of me is through my email. If you do have a question that is related to something I show on the video that you have that is time sensitive, you might be buying something that you have a specific question for that I can answer quickly, that you really want to buy it quickly, but you don't know if it's, you have a specific question, feel free to email me. I will return your emails. I'm not one of those elusive people that won't respond. So definitely email me and let me know what that question is. If you have something that's content related that you would like to see on my channel, and I might have missed your comment or something, or you just want to let me know in a question or a comment, email me. Message it, put it both places, email me and in the comments below, just so hopefully my eyes will see it. I do get a lot of comments on my videos, and therefore sometimes things slip by. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So I have had a few slip-ups where I missed a few comments, and some friendly, thankful, grateful people kindly let me know that, and I had to quickly go back and check and make sure that I responded timely and appropriately from the second prompt. So thank you all very much. So welcome to 2020, or 2020 as we are all saying. It has been a wild week of a ride into 2020, just about a week. I think tonight is the week, the first full week of 2020. And it has been an adventure for me, for sure. I'm back to work. I went right back to work on January 2nd, and full force right back into work for sure. And it's been full steam ahead ever since, and it's been full steam ahead for my crafting too, as you will see by my I'm pointing down here to my pile of stuff I have to show you today. So lots to talk about today. I want to talk about the elephant in the room that I have been subtly displaying behind me in some videos earlier, and those are a few of my Amaryllis bulbs that I've been growing on my other channel. So if you haven't checked me out on my other channel yet, definitely go check me out over there at Ginger Gerald Apartmentscaping. That is my newer channel for gardening and all of the indoor type of questions to be answered as far as how I grow plants indoors. These are two of my plants that I have grown from bulbs for this Christmas. I have never grown amaryllis before, and I am hooked. I think I will be doing it every year from now on. And I am super, so far, these are my 2 favorite. Of course, there are only 2 of the 3 that I've opened so far. The first one is pretty much done, and these are 2 that are currently blooming. I have 2 more on their way, and yeah, I love them. So, super, excuse me. I have coffee. Hold on 1 second. Had something in my throat there. Super excited about my amaryllis and absolutely love them. I just have to show this one off because this is just the fact that how many blooms are on this one here is just amazing. I believe there are 6 bulbs or 6 blooms on this one plant alone. This is the terracotta bulb that I talk about in my other video. If you want to know more about these bulbs and how I grew them, go check out the videos. I've had 2 videos on my amaryllis bulbs so far. This will be having there is another bloom spike that is coming up right here. So they're not done yet. Super exciting, super excited definitely to see how they continue. So let me put that back now. Nice, and there we go. Okay, so first off, that's my amaryllis. Secondly, what am I all excited about today? And you guys are gonna be like, seriously, Gerald? But what came in the mail today, I am super excited about, and I had to share this with you. So after going back to work, and you know, this is all about New Year's, so we're still talking about 2020. You know, it's been the holidays. Now we're all back into our New Year's resolutions and eating healthy and all of this, you know, all these things for the new year that everyone goes all crazy about. And so I have been on this kick of eating salads for lunch. Well, the current lunchbox, which I forgot at work today, but luckily I ate everything that was in the lunchbox, so it's just empty food containers. It's not really big enough to hold the containers for the food that I take, because with salad, you can take a lot more to make sure that you're filled, but so in order to be full, you have to take a lot more, because if you take other foods, you don't need to have quite as much. So a smaller lunchbox is fine. The lunchbox I have is one that I got for free for a work appreciation gift, and it has the name of the company that we have on, that I work for. So I'm grateful for having the lunchbox, but I needed something a little bit more substantial in order to be able to take the salads and the vegetables and everything else that I take. Because, you know, I take a salad, I take, you know, a container for the lettuce and a container for all the vegetables, you know, the raw vegetables like the cauliflower and the pepper and everything. And then a small container for the salad dressing, because I don't want the salad to get mushy or anything. And, you know, I take an apple and I take a couple other like small things, like crunchy things. So I have some crunchiness throughout the day. So I have a bunch of small containers, and my current lunchbox just doesn't fit it. So I ordered a lunchbox on Amazon with some of my Christmas gifts, Amazon Christmas gift certificate money that I had for Christmas. And it came today, and it's huge. But it's also yellow. Love it. So I just had to share that with you, because I absolutely, and I'm never going to forget this, because it's my perfect color. I say that, but I'm going to forget it all the time, because I forget my lunch boxes and I forget my coffee mugs at work all the time. So, but it's yellow. It's big. It's on Amazon. It's nice and insulated. Oh, it even has a pocket up there. Look at that. I didn't even see that one earlier. I have so many pockets, I don't even know what I'm going to do with all of them. So, nice big insulated container. So if I put it in the fridge the night before and pack it, which I usually do, I'll put everything in here. I'll keep the lid open and then just put everything in there, and then it'll get nice and cold, and then I'll keep it warm because I don't have a fridge to put my lunch in at work. So I eat early anyways. I eat around 11:30 and I get to work at 8. So I usually get to work at 8. I'm scheduled to work at 8. Sometimes I get there at 7. So there you go. My new lunchbox. Super excited because it's yellow, mustard yellow. So there we go. My lunchbox. Anyways, just had to share that. And it's 11 minutes in and we're still talking about stuff for the day. So what we're all here for. What we are all here for. I need one more drink of coffee because my throat's dry now. I have been super productive ever since New Year's. So during Flossmas, if you followed me on Flossmas, I had a kind of productive holiday break. So I had a winter break where I was off from work about a week and a half, and I was so productive, but with Christmas falling in the middle of the week and traveling to my mom and brother's house, it was just kind of like I didn't have that productivity that I was hoping for with my crafting. However, ever since I got home from their place on New Year's, I've been super productive. And I'm very, very pleased with that. And along with that, I have kind of, and you're going to think, again, Gerald, you're crazy. I kind of have a rotation. Yeah, I have a rotation as of right now for 2020. I'm not a rotation guy. If you are new to my channel, Gerald does not do rotations. But I kind of started off 2020 with a rotation. And we're going to see how long it sticks. So as we go through my projects, I'm going to talk about my rotation. And I'll talk about a little bit about, and at the end, we'll talk a little bit more about my plans for the coming week and maybe like how things are going to work out. So first off, let me just show you my knitting because it's not a whole lot of knitting and it doesn't really fit into my rotation. That's more for cross stitch, but I wanted to just quickly show you what I got done with my knitting. So Friday night into Saturday, I was not really feeling all that. I was just feeling off on Friday night, and I was working on a cross stitch piece, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But I couldn't really focus on it, so I decided to pull out my knitting a little bit, which was, and all I have. Oh, first off, before I even talk about that, I have a pair of socks that I finished last week. I knitted an entire pair of socks between Christmas and New Year's. And that was because I wanted to knit a pair of socks for my mom for her birthday. Mom's birthday was New Year's Eve. Happy birthday, Mom. I know you're watching. And so I knitted her a pair of socks for her birthday. Of course, she already got them, but I took pictures of them after I gifted them to her. So here is a picture of the socks that I knitted. So those are a pair of Rose City roller socks with an afterthought heel. So I knit her favorite socks that I've knitted her so far are the Rose City rollers, are the ones that have the roll down cuff. And my favorite heel is the afterthought heel, so I just throw in I knit in the afterthought heel. And I used Patton's Croy sock yarn. So that is a Patton's Croy sock yarn, and I don't know the colorway. So I bought it at Joann Fabrics, and it's like a green, gray, what color is that? Like a greenish, yeah. I tried to get the colors to line up, and it was just kind of difficult for that one. I thought I had it, and it just did not work, but it worked pretty well. It turned out pretty good. I was content with that pair of socks. So I did it in a week. Anyways, so I was happy with it. I think she's happy with it. I hope she's happy with that pair of socks. I was happy to gift a pair of socks to her for her birthday. So that is the first thing I got done with knitting. So that was before New Year's. So before 2020, that was still 2019. Since 2020 started, on Friday night, I pulled out my sock that I started. This is the sock yarn that I bought in Canada when I was up there to see Caroline last June, and I bought this at Michael's. It's a Lion brand sock yarn. It's an 80-20 sock, 80% wool, 20% nylon. And all I had left to do was to put in the heel, the afterthought heel on this sock, and it would be complete. So I started that on Friday night when I just wasn't feeling all that great, and Saturday morning I woke up and I finished the sock. So here is my first sock of the pair. Again, this is an 80% wool. I believe it's an 80% wool, 20% nylon. It could be a 75-25, but I'm pretty sure it's an 80%, 80-20. The afterthought heel, I used all the same. And I have one sock done. Super excited about that. It's just a basic sock pattern that I use. So it's just a ribbing for the cuff, and then it's just a basic tube sock. And then I put in and then I do the leg. I put in the rounded sock toe, and then I do the afterthought heel. And I'm really, really happy with how that heel turned out with this sock yarn, or with the striping on this yarn. I think that looks really cool. Actually, now I'm looking at it, it looks really, really cool. I really like this sock. So I'm excited to get started on the next pair of socks, but it's on hold because I need to get my sweater done. So Sunday night, I decided to pull out my sweater. So on Sunday night, I pulled out my sweater. I'm knitting out of the Rowan. This is a Rowan Vintage Knits book. And I am doing the Jarrett. There it is. Jarrett. It's been a while since I've talked about this because I wanted to have this done before Christmas. Of course, I didn't touch it all December. All I have left to do are knit the sleeves, knit the collar, and put the sleeves on the collar, or put the sleeves on the body, knit the collar, put the arm patch, or put the shoulder and the elbow patches on, and I'm done. Why didn't I get that done in December? You never know. And so all I did on Sunday was cast on my first sleeve. But I have something cast on. So now I have somewhere to start when I'm ready to knit again. So that's my knitting. Knitting a pair of socks in a week kind of burned me out from knitting it a little bit, I think, kind of ever so slightly. So I've really been gung-ho on cross stitch for a little bit, as you will see. So okay, cross stitch. Where do I begin? So, if you're following me on Flossmas, or no, not even on Flossmas. Well, if you've watched my videos about my year-end project parade and my plans for 2020, I do believe I talked a tiny bit about my possible New Year start, which was going to be reintroducing my chatelaine into my rotation, or into my projects. It was already started, but I didn't touch it all of 2019. That didn't happen only because I was in a spot on London that I really wanted to get done first. So, before I could touch my chatelaine, I needed to finish that building on London. So the very first thing I did in 2020 was work on London. London is a Thea Governor piece. It is my kit from Thea Governor. It is stitched on 18 count black Aida, one strand of DMC floss over 1X or one block, however you want to look at it. And that's what it'll look like as it is finished. And it took me, let's see, New Year's was on Wednesday and Thursday, and I completed the building. So there you go. The building is complete. So there you can see this building is all done. It goes all the way up here to the pinnacle, but it's in the Q-snap, and I don't want to move the Q-snap because I can still work on farther over here where it's at. So really happy that I got this building done. Now I can start moving over. And this was not that complex. It just took time. This next section over this way is going to take a lot. It's a lot more complex. It's a lot more confetti heavy. So, because it is this blue gate. So I'm not sure if I think I'm going to do the blue gate first and what's behind the blue gate, and then work up into the reddish orange hull is the plan. So that is London. There it is. Okay. So after London was done, I could then start on my New Year new start, which was my chatelaine. Remember, I'm doing the Tea House Challenge chatelaine. I'm going to put a picture in here of what it will look like when it is finished. And that is, it's called the Tea House Challenge because the challenge is that the tea house is 1/1 and everything else is 2/2. So, you know, of course, and then there's all the specialty stitches and everything. I've been so excited to get back to this piece because I didn't stitch on it for so long. And then Friday, I started working on this on Friday. And this is the piece that I really, really, really struggled with because of not feeling all that well. Which really kind of bummed me out. So I worked on it for a few hours. And then I was like, in order for me to continue stitching, which I really wanted to do, I was like, I'm going to need to switch out my pieces. So first, let me show you my progress. So here is what it looks like. This is on I believe it's I think I said in the project parade, it's a 30 or a 32 count. I believe it's a 28. This is a 28 count gold sand by XJU Designs. She's on Etsy. XJU Designs gold sand 28 count Lugana. I believe it's a Lugana. And I did maybe 4 colors. There's a lot of colors in this piece, just in the building alone. Lots and lots of confetti. So, slow but steady. I'm going to continue plugging away at this, but I really struggled with just not feeling well, so I decided to put this up for a little bit. This will come out in the coming week, and I'll talk more about, I think I'll talk more about my rotation here after I'm done showing you my projects. So that is my Tea House Challenge Chatelaine. Then, because I wasn't feeling well on Friday night, but I still wanted to stitch, I was like, well, what can I stitch on that's super easy and needs to get done, because I did not want to start anything new because I really want to get stuff done. But I only have 5 projects, but I can work on, feel motivated to work on, but not bother my head. Any guesses? How about Pumpkin Passport Sal came out, people? Pumpkin Passport Sal came out, people. Yay! I actually felt motivated to work on Pumpkin Passport Sal. So, Friday night, I worked on Pumpkin Passport Sal. I even worked on it all day Saturday. People, I didn't get it done. Don't get that excited. I did not get it done, but I got 2 countries done. I got 2 countries and a little bit of the next one, like a third of it, if not a fourth. A third, if not half. Math people. A third, if not half. So I got this country and I got this country. Don't ask me what they are because I didn't look it up. This one, and I'm now into Australia. I know that, Australia. Unfortunately, they're having horrible fires right now. All the koalas are, Okay. So. Two and a half. That's already, and this is already into the 4th one. So close. And I'm actually I'm kind of motivated to keep working on it because I really just want to get it done now. So, and thanks to M. Kissa for the motivation to get it done because she just finished hers in December. So I'm super excited to keep working on this now. And so here's what it looks like. the whole thing. Because I don't think I showed that in my project parade. So there's the top, there's the bottom, there's the whole thing. So this is on, I believe this is the 32 count. 32 count, it's either a dusk or dawn. Picture this plus. If one of you know, and because I don't anymore, it's been 3 years, going on 4. I started this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, December. And I don't remember the name anymore. But I do know it's dusk or it's dawn of a picture this plus. It's a 32 count linen. And it's stitched 2 over 2 on that 32 count. There you go. And I'm saving the best countries for last because we have Egypt. I love Egypt. So I'm saving the best ones for last because it's all the gold colors. So those will come over here. India and Egypt. So we have like the Taj Mahal, Great Pyramids. Those are all over here. So pretty exciting. Yay. Hope I didn't just jinx myself. So I worked on my pumpkin passport style for a day and a half. Sunday, I worked on something that Sunday projects I'm not going to be able to show in my video, just so you know. That's all I'm going to say about that, other than whenever I talk about my rotation. So then Monday, I decided to pull out, I'm telling you, this is like a mini project parade. There's only one that I haven't touched yet this week. Lady of the Flag. So if you've been living under a rock or you're new to cross stitch and have never heard of Lady of the Flag, this is what she looks like. So one reason I was wanting to work on Lady of the Flag is because I got the Krynic that I needed, and I've had the Krynic for a while, but I was just like, now that I have the Krynic, I can now work on Lady of the Flag. And so I was ready to pull her out because I was kind of in the mood to work on with metallic threads. Now, you're all going to be like, who is ever in the mood to work with metallic threads? But I was in the mood to work with metallic threads. So on Monday, which was yesterday, I pulled out Lady of the Flag. And so I started working with metallic threads. And so here she is. And of course, you can't see any of that metallic thread showing up in the video until I come closer. There you go. There's the metallic thread that you can see. So all the petals of whatever, like wheat or whatever that is, goes all the way down into here, is all metallic. And then there's some over here as well. There's the blended thread in there as well with the metallic. So I did the metallic threads in through here. I did this white and bluish color in here. And I'm going to keep working on moving down. So my goal is not my goal for this time that I'm going to work on her, but I'm going to keep working all in through this area and down here. And the goal is to hopefully finish this bottom portion here. So then I can move up, and the last piece I will do will be moving up. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do the skin 1/1 or 2/2. This is my first Mirabilia, so Let me know in the comments if I should do skin on her 1/1 or 2/2. What is your suggestion? I'm going to take a poll. Should I do Mirabilia, Lady of the Flag skin, 1/1 or 2/2? I don't know. I have plenty of time to decide because it's like way up here. But I don't know. I still have a lot of white to be working on down here for a while. So that's going to take my time and probably my patience as well. So, but there she is. Super excited about this one. I'm really liking the way she's turning out. This is also on an XG Designs fabric. This is a custom dyed piece for me that I requested based off of another color that I had bought previously. And I don't remember the name of that color. This is a 32 count. I forget what the name of the color is, but it's a 32 count linen, right? No, I'm sorry. This is an even weave. 32 count Lugana. And it's kind of like a rusty gray color. So there she is. And so that is what I'm going to work on tonight. So I've been talking for a lot, so I need another drink. Oh, I'm not done talking about her yet. When I show projects that are on Q-snaps or my quantum frames that are currently my project on my frame. When I show them on my videos and I take them right off of my stand, many people ask me, what is this piece of metal? This is just basically the clamp that comes with my Lowry stand. That it's easier if I just unscrew this and slide it off of my Lowry stand. And instead of having to take the clamp, this clamp off of my Q-snap, it's just a whole lot easier and less work for me to have to do that than to have to readjust this. Does that make sense? It's all I do is slide this onto my Lowry stand, and one twist of this and it's on my stand versus having to, you know, slide the Q-snap in here and tighten this up and then make sure it's adjusted for where I want it to be. You get what I'm saying. I've had many questions of that, why that's like that. So that is what's going on there. My planned rotation for stitching, which is meant to be broken, because I don't rotate. I usually stitch what I want, when I want, however I want. About 1.5 years ago, I had a project that I had showcased on here after I was done with it, that I gifted to a friend. It was the Modern Folk Embroideries Ave Maria. And I had stitched it, but I couldn't show it on the video because it was a gift for somebody who typically watches my channel. And so, and a lot of the people that I like to stitch for gifts, I can't show the stuff because it's on my channel. And I'm saying all this, and I hate talking about it like this because I can't show the stuff. And it kind of drives me nuts whenever like, oh, I have this piece, but I can't show you because, anyways. I'm just talking about this because Sunday, whenever I stitched that Ave Maria piece, I stitched it on Sundays. So Sundays was like my Sunday gift stitch Sunday. So I'm kind of like re-implementing that again. And so I think Sundays are going to be the day that I work on any kind of stuff that I want to work on for birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, any kind of gift that I want to give this coming year. And I'm already thinking about Christmas for next year. Yes, I am. So I'm not last minute knitting and stitching gifts for family, friends, coworkers, etc. So I'm starting now. Yes, the very first Sunday of January 2020, I'm starting Christmas gift stitching. So and I did. So that's going to be my Sunday stitching, is going to be gift stitching. There may be some carryover from like Saturday or whatever. And then Fridays are going to be my chatelaine stitching. So because the chatelaine is so confetti heavy and so complicated, Fridays are typically, and I say typically, it's always a variable, but like Friday nights into Saturday mornings are typically my largest chunk of time that I can sit down uninterrupted. And I say that with, like 5 to 8 hours of sleep in between, loosely, that I can focus on stitching my chatelaine, where I can have, Friday night, Saturday morning, I wake up and I'm still like in that same frame of mind where I can sit and work on my chatelaine. Other than that, everything else is up for grabs. So my Friday, Saturday, Sunday is kind of planned out. Saturday is loosely planned out, but definitely Friday and Sunday. And I say planned loosely because you guys, you know me, when I make a plan, I don't follow it. So, and I don't like plans because I don't like things to be forced on me whenever it comes to my hobbies. But I really, really I'm really pushing for some finishes on these large pieces because I don't really want to start anything massive until I have some of these other pieces well on their way to a finish. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to have another start soon. I already have a new start for the Sunday pieces, which is going to appease me for the time being. But we'll see how this goes. And hopefully I enjoy it. And if not, maybe next week, and either next week is going to be, yay, I did another great week of rotation stitching. Or I'll come back and be like, well, that went out the window real quick. I'll have to wait and see. So that is my stitching for the week. And what's going to happen in the projected future. So I hope you like that. And I hope you come back for next week to see what happens. So again, if you haven't clicked the like button and you stuck around this long, I'm thinking you liked what you saw. So go hit that like button, thumbs up button. And I'll see you next week. I don't know what day. I'm not making any projected plan as to when I film. Tuesdays are usually not my day to film, but we'll see what happens. And we'll go with the flow. And until then, I hope you go along with the flow and enjoy what you do and stitch what you like to stitch and knit what you like to knit or craft or do whatever you like to do. And until then, until I see you again, as always, enjoy the flowers if you have flowers, enjoy the stitching, And don't forget to always be creative.